Today we're working on part number 1, the tubular cast on. First we will start with a slip knot, making sure to get the slip knot tight. The slip knot may be counted as stitch number 1, but I prefer to cast on one extra stitch and remove it later. In my left hand I have the working yarn and I have the tail. With the double pointed needle, I go under the tail, over the working yarn, under the tail, over the working yarn. This counts as 2 stitches. Under the tail, over the working yarn, under the tail, and back over the working yarn. This is 4 stitches. Under the tail, over the working yarn, under the tail, back over the working yarn, being sure to keep your thumb on the stitches so they don't fall off the needle. Continue casting on your stitches until you have a good number of stitches, and use your fingers to pull the stitches snugly onto the needle. When you have a good number of stitches cast on the needle, use this opportunity to straighten them, pull them onto the needle securely, and count the stitches as needed. Remember, the first stitch will be removed. Continue this cast on under the tail over the working yarn until you have the correct number of stitches. Remembering that for a 2-2 ribbing, you will need an even number of stitches that is divisible by 4. End your cast on by working under the tail, over the working yarn, back under the tail. This will securely wrap your working yarn so you can move on to the second step, which is the foundation rows. Remember to come back and see how the 4 foundation rows are done.